All right, let's get into it. Today, we're looking at a brand new AI tool that claims it can do something pretty wild, build you a complete working web application from just a single sentence. So is it really that simple? Let's find out.
You know the feeling, right? We've all been there. You get this brilliant idea for a website or an app, and then bam, you hit that wall. The huge, intimidating world of coding, servers, and all that setup. Honestly, it's the number one thing that stops great ideas dead in their tracks. But what if that wall just vanished?
So let's start with what I like to call the builder's dilemma. It's that first massive hurdle that trips up so many people. And it doesn't matter if you're a first-time creator or even a seasoned pro. I love this quote from the co-founder of the tool we're looking at today because it highlights a totally wild reality of the tech world. Can you imagine starting a new job as a professional coder and spending your entire first month just getting your computer ready to work? It's a massive waste of time and creativity, and it's the exact problem we're here to talk about. Yeah, for years, building software has been this slow, clunky process. It's totally different from modern design tools like Figma or Canva, where you just open a browser tab and boom, you start creating. That seamless, just get started experience, it just hasn't really existed for building full-blown applications. Well, until now. So how do you fix a problem that big? Well, a new tool called Bolt.new has a really fascinating answer. You just get rid of all that complexity and replace it with a single sentence. This is it. Seriously, this is the whole user interface. It's not some dashboard with a million buttons. It's just a simple text box. You go to Bolt.new and this is what you see. There's no big marketing page, just an invitation to start building something. And this is the part you really gotta understand. Bolt isn't just another chatbot that spits out code for you to copy and paste. No. Think of it more like an AI developer. It has its own complete coding environment where it writes the code, installs all the software it needs, manages a database, and can even publish your website live to the internet, all based on what you tell it in the chat. So how in the world is it so fast? Well, this secret sauce is a technology called web containers. Now, to put it simply, it basically fires up an entire ready-to-go computer inside your browser tab in the blink of an eye. There's no waiting for a server to boot up. It's just instant. Okay, the theory is cool, but let's actually see how this thing works in practice. We're gonna walk through building an app from scratch and see if we can really go from a simple idea to a live website in just a few minutes. The whole process is actually super simple. First, you write a detailed prompt telling it what you want. Then Bolt generates the app and gives you a live preview right away. From there, you just chat with the AI to make changes, and whenever you're happy with it, you deploy the whole thing to the web with one click. So here's a real-world example. Let's say you want to create a landing page for a dog collar business. The key here is to be specific. You can tell it what technology to use, like Next.js, which is a really popular way to build fast websites, and ShadCN, which is a library of awesome design components that'll make it look clean and modern. Now, this is the part that's really cool. How you add new features. You don't have to go digging through code files. You just ask for what you want in plain English. For example, you can literally just type add dark and light mode with a toggle. And Bolt just gets to work, changes the code, and shows you the result in real time. It's pretty amazing. All right, so if you want to get the best results, here are a few pro tips. First, be as specific as you can about your tech. The more details you give the AI, the better. Second, build the basic skeleton of your app first, then start adding the more complicated features. And hey, if you ever see an error message pop up, don't panic. Just copy and paste it right back into the chat, and Bolt will usually figure out how to fix itself. So that shows just how easy it is to build the visual front-end part of a website. But Bolt is designed to be way more than just a simple prototype tool. It can power real complex applications because it has its own back-end services built right in. This is what's called Bolt Cloud, and it's what makes your project a full-stack app, which is just a fancy way of saying it handles both the pretty stuff you see and all the logic in the background. You can add user signups, store data in a database, handle file uploads, all in one place. You don't have to go find and stitch together a bunch of different services for your database or your hosting. It's all right there ready to go. So how does the pricing work? It's all based on tokens, where every chat with the AI uses up some of them. But what's fantastic, especially for new users, is the free plan. It gives you 1 million tokens every single month, which is more than enough to learn the ropes, build out a few small projects, and really test out your ideas. And then, once you're ready to get serious, the pricing is pretty straightforward.
The Pro plan at about $25 a month gives you 10 times the AI power with 10 million tokens. This is really the sweet spot for solo founders who are building their first product because it also lets you connect your own custom domain name and make your site look legit. Now the AI space is just exploding with new tools, so it's really important to understand where Bolt fits in. Let's quickly compare it to a couple of other popular AI builders so you know when to use what. Okay, here's a super simple way to think about it. Versal's V0 is awesome for creating individual visual pieces, like one specific component for your website. Lovable is a fantastic choice if you want to build a really polished, design-focused app. But Bolt is the speed champion. It is the absolute fastest way to build and test a minimum viable product, your MVP, to see if your idea is any good, because it handles everything from start to finish. So, let's bring this all home. What does a tool like this actually mean for you? Well, if you're a creator or an entrepreneur, it means the entire game has just changed. This quote from the co-founder really captures just how big this shift is. Tools like Bolt are fundamentally democratizing software development. It's not just for people with computer science degrees anymore. It's for product managers, designers, entrepreneurs. It's really for anyone who has an idea. So here's the bottom line. That huge technical wall that used to stand between a great idea and a real product, it's crumbling. You can now build, test, and actually validate a full-stack application in minutes right from a browser tab. It is an unbelievably powerful way to find out if your big idea is a winner and to do it fast. You know, this technology really puts the power of an entire development team right into your hands. All the old excuses, not enough time, not enough money, not enough technical skill, they're all starting to fade away. So the only question left is, now that you can build anything, what will it be?